And she had sent forth, so wisdom, she had sent forth her maid, and she cried upon the highest places of the city. But let their table be a snare. So we are dressing the table toward Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the wicked of the Israelite, they think that they are dressing their table toward Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but upon their table is all spiritual abominations, pork, fat, and all that things that we are not allowed to eat, like fat and stuff like that. We're not allowed to eat it. Eat it, fat get cut off, blood, and all these type of filthy things, sea things, lobster, whatever, shrimp, and all that there. That's on their spiritual table. But King David said, let their table be a snare unto them, that they wouldn't understand, right? A stumbling block and a recompense unto them, a payback. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? Yahweh forbid. So why do they stumble? To recompense them, to make them jealous. For the Israelites that back in the days, reading this, back in the days you had the Judah, Benjamin. They was actually proud against the Israelite foreigners coming in, because they was like, what? The Lord's dealing with them too? No, he's only dealing with us. What the fuck is that? No, he's only dealing with, no, you can't stand that shit. That's because the jealousy kicked in, because that's the same way that they left for the heathen nations, and they did the same thing. They left Yahweh and they went to the heathen nations, so the Heavenly Father got jealous and he killed us. So going on, I say then, Yahweh forbid. But rather, so the fact that they stumbled, it's not to make them fall utterly, right? Rather that through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. The Jews, the Judah and Benjamin were provoked unto jealousy. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, provoked unto jealousy, because they provoked the Lord unto jealousy. And the Lord's like, I'm going to get you back. Thousands of years later, I'm going to get you back. Keep on 4,000 of years, I'm going to get you back. Especially in the end, the beginning of the last days, which is when Yahushua was there. Now, if the fall of them be the richest of the world, if the fall of Judah, Benjamin, Levi be the richest of the world, and what world? The world for the Gentiles. And the diminish of them, the riches of the Gentiles, if you are the Israelite foreigners, how much more their fullness? How much more will the world rejoice when they come back in the fold, being the natural branches? How much more? That means peace upon the earth. That means everybody will be happy. That means that Proverbs 29, it says here, that says that in the first two, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear it, will the people mourn. Everybody will be rejoiced. Everybody in existence will rejoice. They don't know it now, but they will. They will. They're already suffering under Esau and all that type of stuff. But anyway, you have certain of them that will only believe when they see it, right? When they see it, that's when they will believe. But blessed are the ones that don't see it in the physical form and yet do believe. So going back to over here, this is that video footage. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So what's happening right now for the new generation coming in, listening to these type of conversations where they say that, you know, we're here to actually give you just one word. This is their future. So just to let you know that if a person doesn't get it, then you already know, like, okay, the Lord chose you to be put away. But then again, among them, you will still find ones that might not believe right now, but will believe later. That's why the Lord said unto the two prophets, he said, do not call fire from heaven to kill them. Because basically, you don't know if they're going to change maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 years later. So John 10:34, Yahushua answered them, is it not written? No. Let me see. You know not what type of spirit. I think it's Luke or something like that. Luke 9 maybe. Because they wanted to kill them. Maybe it's Luke 10. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Luke chapter 9 verse 54. And when his disciples James and John saw this, what did they see? They saw that they went through the Samaritans and villages there, and the people didn't even want to listen to them. They was like, I ain't got time for this, man. You didn't even want to come to us. Go to the people that you love so much. Don't come here. We don't want to listen to you. And when his disciples James and John saw this, they said, Lord, Yahushua, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, even as Elijah did? But he turned and rebuked them and said, Ye know not what manner of spirit ye are of. For the Son of Man is come not to destroy, what? Is not come to destroy men's life, but to save them. And they went to another village. Right, because later on, just like I told you in the beginning, people might not like you in the beginning, but then they start seeing, and then, oh shit, he was right. And then they start believing into you. And then that's how you build up a friendship. Because if they are of the world, they're not your friends. Once they come up in this truth, Yahweh is out, then that's the friendship within the Israelite fraction. Some people I already know from back then, so we are really cool. And some people don't like, oh no, I'm not going to hang around here no more. But they, not hate them, but I'm just going to be like, no, I don't want to talk about that. So when you go around them, you make yourself unto them. You be like as if you are not of the circumcision. You know, I think it was 1 Corinthians 9 or something. Yeah. To the weak I became weak, that I may gain the weak. And I am all things unto all men, that I might by all means save some. Right? And then you have verse 20, 1 Corinthians 9:20. For unto the Jew I became as a Jew. Like the law, you love law. Okay, so I'm going to be like that unto you. But I know his faith is actually going to save you along with the law, not just law. But I'm just going to be unto you like how you, are. That I may gain them, right? To them that are under the law, as under the law. That I may gain them that are under the law, right? As if they only believe in the law. So I'm going to talk to you as if like that. Right, in order to gain you, to make you come toward the realization that it is about the faith and the law, not just the law. That to them that are without the law, as without law, being not without law, to Yahweh, but under the law, to Yahweh Shai, which is the grace. Therefore, you can make mistakes and still pray to Yahweh Shai, because back in the days, if you made a mistake, you would be put to death. You know, it says right here, Hebrews 10:28. It says, he that despised Moses' law died without mercy on the 2 or 3 witnesses. Of how much more sore punishment suppose he be thought worthy, who had trodden under foot the Son of Yahweh, and had counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and had done despite unto the Spirit of grace. How much more do you think you need to die if you step on the Lord, the Son of Yahweh? What type of some punishment do you think is that you are worthy of? Seeing that if you disrespect Moses' law, you die without mercy. So what type of punishment do you think you should get? Do you think you're worthy of getting if you step on the Lord Yahweh Shai with your foot and accounted the way that he died for you by taking the blows that you individually deserved? Yeah, because of the breaking of the law. 2 Maccabees chapter 7 explains that to you also. We suffer because of our sins. That's what's happening to us right now. If you call Yahweh Shai an unholy thing, he died, whatever. I don't want to repeat what they say. And had done despite looking down on the Spirit of grace. You deserve, I think, torment. Death is easy. It's just right then and there you die. Okay, you're gone. Just like it explains here. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. So death is nothing. Torment is something. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. You're going to long for food, but you can't see it. You can see it maybe with your mind, or maybe even with your eyes. They're tempting you, dangling the steak in front of you or something like that. Not specifically steak. Maybe an apple, maybe another fruit, Oh, that there. So, what is the future? It's this. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know exactly what they're doing. That's why we warn the rest, like, hey, look for this, look out for this. Ephesians 6:11. For we are not ignorant of his devices, his plans. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the tricks of him. Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. Jeremiah 4:22, for my people are foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Isaiah, because they're stupid. Isaiah, but they're smart in other things. Isaiah, but not in spiritual things. Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his own, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. They don't even ask themselves, like, why is this happening to us? Like, why are we in slavery? Why are we at the bottom? Why are we the tail? Why this? Why that? They more ask themselves, like, how come I ain't got no money? How come I ain't got no bitches? How come I ain't got no fancy clothing and stuff like that? Those are the type of questions that bottle their minds. Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 23, thus saith Yahweh, let the wise, and let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me. That's what we should be glorying in. Just like King David, he was proud. He was proud, but he had the beautiful proud. David proud. Where was that again? The pride of David. It was in 1 Samuel. Wait. Right. 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 28. And Eliab, the eldest brother, heard what when he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David, and he said, why comest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness, amongst the beasts, lions and bears and all those type of things, food for them? I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart, because he was proud in beauty of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And he knew, like, ain't no man could stand against the Lord. I'm coming here and spit in your face, and your mama too. So, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. He was like, who's these dogs talking chitter chatter upon Yahweh? Can't do that. I'm gonna spit on you. Where your mama at? Lamentation. Oh, I already read that. So basically, this one here, I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And this is the here they're showing you that AI can create deadly viruses. No, they're going to blame them, just like how they blame the animals. So be prepared for that too. They're gonna come with fancy things to wherewith people would say, like, oh, it's the animals attacking us. It must be God. Yeah, that's I heard people say the stuff like that. It's God killing us, man. The movie The Mist. In the movie The Mist, they say that too. They say that too. God is punishing us for all the wicked things we've done. To a certain degree, yes. He's unleashing the beast. The Kraken is Esau. The Kraken is made up. It's actually Goliath. It's not no freaking octopus. The octopus goes back to this guy. Oil baron octopus. Who's that? Rockefeller. Here, the rise of Rockefeller. He is the one that has his tentacles all over the place. He takes your houses. He takes the oil. He takes the banks. He takes the towns. He takes the government. He takes the transportation system. And this one too, the cargo with the food. He has everything. He takes the riches of rich people because he's wealthy. There's a difference. And he controls it all with the money, the standard money, or the money, the oil. And he's greedy. And if you chop one tentacle, another one will sprout out of that. That's why you have Hail Hydra that have infiltrated in the Marvel system, that have infiltrated the government. Hydra, Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra and Captain. Here, Hail Hydra. That's why they always bring Captain America back from the dead just to come fight Hitler, the Red Skull, just to come fight him back. They keep on bringing him back because they want to keep Hitler fresh in the minds of people. Because a lot of people don't even remember on C-19 anymore. They don't, especially here in the Netherlands. They don't talk about it. It's not in their daily conversations anymore because it's gone now. People forget. In the time of good, people are going to forget the bad times. It's Sirach chapter 11, if I'm correct, or 10. In the good times, verse 22. Sirach 11:25, sorry. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. Yep, you're going to forget because you're doing good. And when you're doing bad, you're going to forget all the good times you had. For example, people that commit adultery in certain countries and then they are put to death by stones in the Middle East, for example. She had a 20-minute fun time. But at the time when the rocks is getting thrown, I would not do that, by the way. I would not do that shit. But I'm just saying about it, talking about it. When the times the rocks being thrown upon her head and face and body and arms and stuff like that, if they don't aim right, is if you can hit one, you can hit her one hit wonder, and she's gone in the spirit world. But yeah, anyway, by the time she's down there, being ducked in the sand and rocks are being thrown at her, she's not gonna think about the nuts that she or the fountains that she busted and the nuts that was busted up in her. She's not gonna think about that. She's gonna think about the pain, that she's going through currently. And yeah, I'll put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself.
Things have changed so fast. I feel like every 6 months I need to sort of give a new speech on what's going to happen.
Yeah, because it's going fast. The Most High says he'd coming down fast, sparing not like a madman. Also, that's in 2nd Ezra 16. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he know that he had but a short time. He really speeding things up. The Lord is doing that. The Lord is making haste, as he says here. Not he can say. He can say whatever you want, but that's not what I meant, man. As he says here, that's what I wanted to say. Not as he can say. As he says here. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 11. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Jeremiah, what seest thou? And he said, I see a rod of an almond tree. Then said Yahweh unto me, Thou hast seen well. Why? For I will hasten my word to perform it. All the things that we're looking at right now, speeding up. He's heating up. He's speeding up. And where can you catch that? You can catch that breakdown of that one here, where you had here. Let me see something. It happened only in one day. So it says here, Numbers chapter 17 verse 8. And it came to pass that on the morrow, so the next day, Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, which is the tabernacle where the ark of the covenant was in, the tent. And behold, the rod of Aaron, for the house of Levi, was budded, and brought forth buds, and bloomed blossoms, and yielded almonds. So a dead stick that was chopped off from the root still blossomed, and it did it in one day, very fast, boom. So that is the prophecy of speedy, and that is what Jeremiah saw. He saw that like, huh? But we know what that means. That means that the Lord is going to do it speedily, for I will hasten my word to perform it. Just like how the almond tree got a stick, almond stick. If you read the chapter, it's talking about a bare chopped off almond stick, and then almond rod, and then he put it into the ark, and then took it out, and then it was budded. It had almonds, And what is the significance of the almond stick tree? Also, almond trees are the first to blossom in spring. So coming out of the winter, they are the first of all trees, actually, to give to give fruit. They're the first to blossom, and then therefore they're the first to sprout this, and then when they get old, then they turn brown. When they get ripe, it's old, but anyway, when they get ripe, then they peel off, and then they turn brown. They harden in the middle of it, because in the beginning you can just slice through this with your nails, because it's soft. It's not that soft, but it's soft. Most people have not even seen this almond and stuff like that. But anyway, If you grow up around the city, you're born there, then of course I can't blame you. But anyway, so in the beginning this is soft. You can just pierce through it with your nails. Later on you can't do that anymore because it's hardened now. It's hardened now. So here I'm gonna hit it up with this one. Appendix. What does the appendix mean? It means subsidiary. So going to subsidiary, it means this, and basically subsidiary less important, but in this case it is important. It basically means support or assistance, or appendix. It actually means like an hang upon appendix. It's something to where you, let me see, a section or table of subsidiary matter at the end of a book or documentary. Basically a summary. What's it talking about, right? So the appendix, The Principle of Newspeak, 1984 book. Newspeak was designed not to extend, but to diminish the range of thought. That's exactly what's happening here.
Help us understand where's the future of search going.
Well, when you use Google, do you get more than one answer?
Okay, there's another angle. When you use Google, you get more than one answer. Well, that's a bug.
And what my question is leading to is help us understand where's the future of search going.
Well, when you use Google, do you get more than one answer? Of course you do.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's a bug.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a bug. So that's, I don't want that. It's by accident. The internet should have never been invented, because now you can find things that we don't want you to find. For example, this is why you have let me see, buy a what can I say, on a koper and fles. Okay, koper fles. Okay, check this out. Now here it's 25 years. Here's 21. Here's 28. Here's 50. The same thing. Okay, might have a different working toward it. You know, the graphics. Here's just this one with bumps, like look like water. This one is just straight. This one is blue. This one has I forgot the word. I don't know. This one has things there. This one is just straight also, much like this one, but it's much more expensive. This one is more expensive than all of them, and it's just literally just like this one or this one. This one is a different color, but I think it's just a picture. This one is oh yeah, the pattern. You have a pattern upon it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I was looking for the word, but I can't find it. Here you have that one with another pattern. So this one with the pattern of the Oliveira is East Indians, and this one has the same pattern. Yep, it's the same pattern. This one is, these two are the same things. This one is 25 euros and this one is 50. See? So what does this do? This causes you to be able to go out and figure it out for yourself. But what they want to do is to do it for you.
We have more bugs per second in the world. Because we should be able to give you the right answer.
They should be. No, you should not. You want to. We want you. We want to give you the answer, whether it's right or wrong. If you go to school and they ask you, so who invented, who discovered America? If you say you can't discover something that people are already there, and before you were the Vikings that went also over there. And before you, there were the men of the Hamites of King Solomon's navy, and he sent them to come over here. So you didn't invent anything. You didn't discover anything. You would be wrong on that test, because they will fail you for that question. Now for let's say 10 questions, and every question is a number. If you was to get an A+ or something like that, in America they don't work with numbers. But here in the Europe you would get a 10. But let's say you have 9 of the answers according to what they say that you need to fill in. You have those correct, but the one you go off of the truth. No, you're wrong, and then you will get a 9. You're not gonna get a 10, right? Because that is how they work.
Just once, we should know what you meant.
We should know what we want you to know. What we mean.
We should look for information. We should give it exactly right, and we should give it to you in your language. And we should never be wrong.
We could tell you what we want, and they're always wrong. 11 unbelievable conspiracy theories that were actually true. But here, 20. They only come. How about over 1,000? How about that? Over 1,000. They always want to come with 20 or 10 or 50 real declassified FBI secrets and stuff like that. Okay, fifth. Okay, cool. Whatever. And here, let me see, 41 years. "41 years they've been lying to you." But let me see here something. Let me see here something. Didn't ditch the dollar. Yeah, that's bullshit. Let me see. The truth behind the US dollar and solid. I think this one is it. The untold story behind Saudi Arabia's 41 US debt. You know, that type of stuff. The untold story right here. That's one. I think it ends. It's not ending because they never made a deal. So this deal doesn't exist. They forced them to do stuff. Just like how they forced Japan to Constitution. Japan. The Constitution was imposed by US. What is imposed? Forced. Force. An unwelcome decision by ruling. A force. Unrighteous decrees. Grievous laws. That is what they put upon them. So reading on. The Constitution was forced by US military occupation. Just like how they occupied Gaza, but they talk free Gaza. How about you free the Native Americans? Get the fuck up out of there. Anyway, going on. Forced by occupation, a supreme commander for the Allied powers to prevent rearmament of Japan in the post-World War II period. Period. I was thinking about something else. Sorry. Let me see. Wait. Get the screen picture. Right. Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution. Why can't the US trust Japan to have their own army? Why do you think? Because they don't want no resistance. You are the resistance. No, you're not. I'm going to make sure that you're not. Just like the cowards that did this unto us. Because they're afraid. You have here 1 Samuel 13 and 19. Now, there was no smith found throughout all the land of Israel. For the Philistines said, lest the Hebrews make them swords and spears, and be able to defend themselves. But all the Israelites went down to the Philistines, and to sharpen every man his share, and his quota, and his axe, and his mattock. So, yeah, I put the English accent. I'm not from England. Sometimes it's funny to just play with that word. That accent, sorry. They put their agriculture agriculture equipments. They put them as weapons then, therefore. Right. So, but the point is that they're cowards. The Edomites are cowards. They don't want the other people to have weapons because they're scared. And the only thing that they fear and worship is bombs. Let me see. Missile worship. Here. Okay, I'm going to do it. This is what the Edomites worship. Missiles. Bullet is shaped like a bullet, by the way, but it's a missile. It's a nuclear missile. Let me see. But they worship a science so falsely called. Here. Test tubes. No, they're that type of crapaloni. They worship missiles shaped like a bullet. And it is a bullet. It's an arrow, but it will hurt you. It will hurt. It will give radiation and it's shaped like an arrow, but it's shaped like a bullet too. And you have the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. They know what their end is. They know exactly what their end is. Planet of the Apes. Now you can recap this. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself, so you don't have to read. To see this whole entire movie. But you can watch this entire movie. Planet of the Apes, a missile thing. Let me see something here. Alpha and Omega bomb, yeah. Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Oh yeah, this one. Beneath the Planet of the Apes. This is the movie 1970, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and then you have the recap, which is meaning the recap means like they're gonna tell you the whole story within a few minutes. Okay, not this one, I think. This is what I do if I don't want to watch a movie, and then I could watch like 3, 4, 5 movies within an hour. Because sometimes it's like, well, it's 15 minutes, 14 minutes, and whatever, 15 minutes, and then you have another one 15 minutes, then you have another one 15 minutes, then you have another one 15 minutes, and then you have an hour. That's it. 4 times 15 minutes. It depends. If I see too long, I might not click on it. I don't know. I just watch movies and stuff like that. This is the new time. I never did this before. This is the new age. I don't do it often, but sometimes I do it, and I don't watch it. It's like this. I don't watch it. If it's a boring movie or something like that, I'll just keep on watching it. But most times, I just watch maybe 2, 3 minutes, and they're spoiling the movie already. So what I do, I stop it, and then I go watch the actual movie, because I don't want them to spoil it. If I start seeing things that I like and interesting and stuff like that, then I stop the thing, and then I go watch the real movie, like the full movie and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And then therefore going back to over here as the end. So Newspeak was not designed to diminish or to extend but diminish the range of thought. And this purpose was indirectly assisted by cutting the choice of words down to a minimum. Now this is the book of 1984. They already planned this since before the time of 2013. Since before that. Going back over here. Now it says here, you can pause the video for yourself if you have the time. This is the movie Before You Do a Crime. I forgot the movie name. I think Mandatory Candidate. Oh no, I don't know anymore. Something with an I forgot the movie name. But they arrest you for that you do a crime. Minority Report, if I'm correct. I saw this movie one time. I saw it, but now I'm going to watch it again. I've only saw it one time. I'm not kidding you. I can't even remember. Even if I saw it often, probably couldn't even remember the name. But I remember it. If I dig in my head and be like, what was it again? I'll find it, Lord willing. Ancient Hebrew. What was the okay? This is in the 1984 book, eh? Don't forget that. So I don't think I'm gonna read everything here. Everything really. I'm going to glance over it. So it says here, crime think, Minority Report, the movie. When old speak has been once and for all superseded, so crossed out, basically taken over, replaced by new speak. When old speak has been replaced, the last link with the past would have been severed because you wouldn't know it anymore. History had already been rewritten. They're already doing that. That's why they're taking down the statues and stuff like that, so that the new generation don't know about it. That's why I want them to have the racist statues up so I can hate. Perfect hatred. Anyway, going on. But fragments of the literature, I have to say it like that, of the past survived here and there, imperfectly censored, because you can't cover everything. Just like here you have here, for example, ruddy skin, then they pop up. Nowadays this pops up. This funny as hell. But back in the days this did not pop up. You had this pop up, ruddy complexion. Oh, let me put in ruddy complexion actually. Yeah, they pop up. Or here. This one. Woolly. Here, woolly hair. What pop up? They pop up. You see one here, but they pop up with that straight hair. They pop up. This pop up. Because this is also what they push, which is another agenda that they push. They push in these type of jakes, whether it be a tear baby or a mixed up jake, a weed. Yeah, mixed up with the father as a jake is a weed, and the mother is a Edomite, or they put the tear baby, which is the father is a Edomite and the mother a so-called black female. They do that one. But when they want to ridicule us, then they use us. I'm gonna give you an example. Back in the days, you had these racist ads from Lux, which is a soap company, and it still makes soaps until this day. Won't shrink wool. And they put this, the woolly hair, Jacob descendants. Now, this is a real, actual advertisement. They really had these things, you know, stuff like that. Let me see. Make you white here, for example. History of racist soap ads. It doesn't matter, bro. All the things that we're going through right now, the Lord said, I will do this for your hurt. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to pay. That's far from it. Isaiah chapter 10 shows you that they're going to pay no matter what. Even if the Lord is the one that sent him to us, he's going to make him pay because they became proud instead of fearing the Lord. But it was already written, so extermination is the best thing for you to do. Go through. But fragments of the literature of the past survived here and there because they cannot perfectly, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. They cannot perfectly cover everything. For example, with the woolly hair, wow. With the woolly hair, for example, they can't cover everything. Woolly hair, let me see, woolly hair. Shit, I forgot what to type, and then our people will pop up. Woolly hair. Anyway, they showed themselves as if they are the ones with the woolly hair, but let me just leave that. Oh, this one, the mockery, that's what I'm looking for. Girls with curly hair wake up like this. You see? Then they want to mock you and stuff like that. Then it's all of a sudden curly hair and whatnot and all that type of stuff. You know, so when they're trying to be funny, then they put you. But when they're trying to be godly, then they put themselves. Imperfectly censored. As so long as one retained one's knowledge of old speak, it was possible to read them. In the future, such fragments, even if they chanced to survive, would be unintelligible or untranslatable. You can't get it. It was imposed to translate. It was impossible to translate any passage of old speak into new speak, unless it either referred to some technical process or some very simple everyday action. So only if you know about it like that, or was already orthodox, with good thankful, would be the new speak expression in Tennessee. Anyway, you can pause the video and do the thing for yourself, read it for yourself if you have the time. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And if you're not going to find colors, by the way, so what you then therefore need to do, you need to do Control F, and then you type in Newspeak, for example. Shit, you're going to find a lot. Let me see something. Okay, let me see. What can I... wow, it's all the way there. Crime thought. Okay, well, what can I type in? I can type in... we hold these truth to be... Here, and you type this. So no matter where you are, you might be here. Then you just type in this. We hold these truth to be, and then this paragraph. Let me see. Okay, that's the end. And you know, other paragraphs, like for example, newspaper and diminish the range of thought. For example, you type that in there, and then you will find this one. And there might be another sentence with that same thing. We got the thought police, minority pro. What? What's the movie called again? Minority Report. So, oh yeah, well, let me see. What is the movie where they arrest people before they do a crime? Minority Report. I gotta go watch this movie again. Definitely will watch it again, Lord willing, of course. So yeah, with that. So basically, what was I talking about in this video? Actually, no. I mean, that's not what I mean. Wait. I have something in my head. Sorry, but no, that was not it. Oh yeah. That's what. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.